Political violence is something that we are monitoring. We are going to discuss with our chiefs and assistant chiefs how we should all prepare ourselves as a society to confront use of young people to cause violence, burn property, destroy property, kill people, attack people. This is an area that we want to have also a conversation with our citizens in this area. As we go to the elections, we do not want people to charge young people for purpose of violence. And we are very, very much concerned of recent activities during protests where shops have been burned, businesses burned, government vehicles targeted, police stations. That culture must come to an end. We want people to exercise their political rights peacefully and respecting the rights of their colleagues and everybody else in this area. The National Police Service is always alert to ensure that they protect our critical installation. The Jomo Kenyatta International Airport has a full-fledged commander in charge of all the airports in the country. He's based there, but also we have airport police that take care of our airports across the country. It's important for every citizen when they travel or they come back to observe the law, to observe the rules that apply in the use of our airport, and not just the airport, the roads, everywhere. Everybody needs to be observant in terms of the law. You are the one who has informed me that there is a heavy deployment. I was not also aware. But generally, police, even the IG doesn't have to know about a deployment in a particular place. The National Police Service is decentralized, and everybody will do their job unless they are seeking for specific requests from the IG that there is need for enforcement. The IG will be informed. But the IG generally, everybody everywhere, a police officer everywhere doesn't have to call the IG before they do law enforcement. They can do their job and report to the IG through the required channels. So I must assure Kenyans that National Police Service is always on alert to make sure that any person or any incident that is going to lead to breach of peace is addressed according to the law, so that Kenyans can continue pursuing their political or social or economic objectives in a peaceful environment. We have serious mental health challenges in Nyeri. It is actually shocking to see that we lose about 8 people a month who commit, was it more than 8? Yeah? It's about 8 people. Yeah, County Commissioner, 8? Yeah. So in 2 months we have lost 16 people committing suicide. This is unbelievable. This is such a huge number. And we need a collaboration with the county government. We need most of these people to go for rehabilitation. We also need counseling services generally in this county. And we have agreed that perhaps working with NACADA and the county government, they need to train people who interact with citizens more often, like religious leaders, like our chiefs, like our assistant chiefs, to see if they can supplement in terms of helping to counsel people and give them directions in life. Because of this abuse of alcohol, sometimes with the little, with the least provocation, you find someone committing suicide. Just a small problem, then they commit suicide. We've also realized that of those people committing suicide, almost 70% are men, which is a serious social issue. This issue it's not just law enforcement issue. It requires a whole society approach to see how best we can be able to deal with the challenges that people have. It's not one of the poorest counties, so you cannot attribute it to poverty. So there are more other society challenges that is putting people under pressure. The other problem we have in Nyeri is gender-based violence. Gender-based violence and cases of defilement. They are also very high. And it's a matter of great concern because it's perpetuated by family members, close relatives. These cases also of gender-based violence, including sexual offenses, is also linked to this alcohol and drug abuse. And again, we are encouraging the society not to keep quiet. in terms of dealing with these issues. They must speak out. Gender-based violence is a matter of great concern. You will hear us in the venue when we are discussing today. Our encouragement is to our local chiefs and assistant chiefs to make sure that this is not being normalized. In some communities, barazas are being called to resolve that problem of gender-based violence and say that, you know, families have agreed. Defilement happens and then they say families have agreed. This is something we must not accept and we must not normalize. There is a pending question about the suspect who was arrested in Nairobi linked to the cases of femicide at the Embakasi quarry dump site or a dump site there near the quarry, and it is regrettable that the guy escaped from custody and that he is still at large together with the accomplices, and the police are still pursuing. It's notable that 2 newspaper adverts were put into circulation to see if any citizen or any person has any knowledge about their whereabouts. It is our expectation that they be found, established where they are, dead or alive. It is of great concern. I see some people who want to score cheap political points out of this very heinous act. It's something that we take seriously. Remember that the president, even pursuant to that incident, established a task force to look at the issues of femicide in the country, and the report is ready. We should be able to present its findings, most of its findings related to some of the things I talked about: society, investigations, early warnings, communication. It's also very sad that many people have their loved ones, you know, they don't talk with their loved ones for months, and they never ask themselves where they are, they never report. Of course, a number of cases are reported, but part of the reasons why these things are not knocked also in good time is failure to report in good time cases of missing persons, particularly some of these characters who are targeting women. So we are on course. We continue pursuing where they are. They are not the only criminals who are at large. Some of other suspects, National Police Service is pursuing about robberies, robbery violence, among others. Sometimes they go underground. Sometimes also you'll find that they may be dead. But we must find out where they are, whether it's dead or alive. Be that as it may, there is still challenges here, particularly related to second generation alcohol and adulterated ethanol. This problem is very, very specific. It is perpetrated by not more than 5 businessmen. In quotes, they call themselves businessmen, but particular smugglers of this ethanol, adulterated ethanol. Last night, one of them was arrested based on a particular sting operation that was done by a team that came from Nairobi, working together with our local security team. These particular business people, for some reason, find Laikipia County as a safe haven. So every time there's an operation, they are able to move the ethanol to Nanyuki. And we have a plan for what we need to do in Nanyuki. We discussed that during Jukwaa la Usalama in Laikipia, but we have also agreed today, because we were in Nyandarua, Nanyuki was mentioned. We have here, Nanyuki is mentioned. We were in Laikipia, Nanyuki is mentioned as a safe haven for these people to go and hide their alcohol. So our plan is to make sure that we do a particular operation in Nanyuki, even as we get to arrest the characters who are operating in this county. We have also agreed in this security meeting, thanks to the fact that we have with the IG here and the NACADA CEO, that we are going to establish a national multi-agency team that will work together between NACADA, National Police Service, KEPS, and KRA, particularly those agencies, to work together. For those who are expecting me to have a formal appointment for them, it will not happen. So you will not get an opportunity to do a court order. But we will work together in a multi-agency team, coordinated from Nairobi, so that then we can together do these operations. Where we think that the regional and county teams need support, the national team will come in to help them from time to time until we get rid of this issue of alcohol in our country. But let me emphasize that I am impressed by the progress we've made in Nyeri. What is happening with alcohol now is about enforcement. I am very happy that this is one of the counties, together with Nyandarua, that have a very good law. You can't fault the county assembly or the county government on the legislation. This county established way back very good legislation about licensing. And they have been very strict in terms of licensing. I have been briefed today that the licenses only, there are about 17 bars. Is it Nakada? 17 bars that have only been licensed in this county. The only sad story is that there are many bars that are operating without license. So the issue is to have a joint enforcement between the counties themselves, because they have an enforcement department of the counties with the help of the police officers and the security team and NACADA to close these bars. Something I didn't even say earlier, which is important for me to say, is that in part of the areas where there is proliferation of also adulterated alcohol or alcohol that is substandard or so, it can't happen without the collusion of also local security agencies. So there is usually a failure somewhere by the OCS or a chief or a national government official. So we have what we have done and what the IG has done is to reorganize to every other time to reorganize the police officers pursuant to the intelligence information that comes out from the citizens on those who are colluding with these unscrupulous business people to allow this adulterated alcohol to be sold, especially ethanol. So we are dealing with our own officers also. Some are being taken through disciplinary procedures. Some where we cannot really find clarity as to how they were involved are transferred or to go and perform other duties, especially those who we may not have proper evidence that they committed something, but where there is laxity on their part, they can be redeployed to go and do something else.